are getting a little bit shorter. I know you are very excited that football season is about to kick off, and before we know it, we're going to be decorating for fall. We saw pumpkins.
We did.
We saw pumpkins.
Were riding back from Madison yesterday and came by a store and there were pumpkins in the window, and I'm like, okay, but you think about it, it's only 2 months away. I mean, it's certain 2.5 months away. So
I guarantee you, somewhere, there's Christmas decorations.
Oh, well,
somewhere.
I'm sure. All right, we got some things today. It's going to be a lot of fun. So why not? Let's try to squeeze in one more trip here before Labor Day. Hey, so no more airports. We talked about that last week. No long security lines. No, Doug doesn't like that. Let's just get in the car, grab your favorite playlist. Let's maybe stop for a milkshake or some sweet tea along the way and head somewhere that's absolutely worth the drive.
So throughout today's show, we are going to visit 3 or 4 of our favorite Labor Day weekend destinations that are perfect driving trips from much of the Southeast. We're going to talk about what makes each place special, where you should stay, of course, our favorite, where you should eat, and some experience that you won't want to miss. We're going to hear directly from the local experts. We've got some guests today. These people know where these destinations better than anybody.
And we're starting off at one of America's favorite mountain cities, one of my old home places. Never lived there, but I had an aunt and uncle, a couple of cousins lived right there in Biltmore Forest, and used to visit there forever. Absolutely love this beautiful town, Ashville, North Carolina.
You know, whenever people think about Asheville, they probably think about the Blue Ridge Mountains and the Biltmore Estate. Incredible restaurants. I know we're going to hear about those, breweries, music, but there is so much more to discover. So joining us today is somebody who knows Asheville inside and out. So I hope you will welcome with me Mickey Poandl. Mickey is a public relations manager with Explore Asheville, and he helps writers and broadcasters like us and content creators tell stories about the colorful Blue Ridge Mountain City. And in his spare time, he enjoys participating in the vibrant theater and improv comedy communities in Asheville. So Mickey really is a perfect guest for us. Mickey, thank you so much for joining us on Sweet Tea Travels.
We're excited, buddy, about you being a part of this show today. And we're going to start off real quick here. And so we're going to ask you to tell people, why Asheville? If someone only had a 3-day Labor Day weekend, why is Asheville such a perfect getaway, Mr. Mickey?
Yeah, it's a great question. Well, part of what you guys were saying about it is the end of summer and, getting on to Labor Day. But I know for sure, because I've been in New Mexico, it's pretty hot.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
And one of my favorite things about living in the mountains is that it never gets too hot in the summertime. It usually tops out around 80, and even if it does get hot during the day, it always cools down at night and in the morning. It really is a great way to get away from that hot and humid summer that I grew up with. Not only is it a little cooler around here, you can just drive on the parkway into the forest, maybe even take a dip in a watering hole or a waterfall. So it really is an amazing place to visit in the summertime.
Well, Mickey, I know our guests are going to want to hear how they can get in touch with you, which is going to be exploreasheville.com. So I want us to repeat that several times, exploreasheville.com. So you can also help us remember that. But for someone who has never visited Asheville before, what would you say usually surprises people? What do you hear the most when they arrive?
I think that I hear a lot that people are surprised that Asheville has so much to offer in such a small package. Because Asheville is a small town. We're under 100,000 people. We're in the mountains of western North Carolina, right off the Blue Ridge Parkway.
Right. Yes.
and people can go there, and one of the big tools that we have is called a hike finder, and you can basically search for, there are hundreds of trails in the area, and whether you're hiker that wants a lot of difficulty, or whether you're like me and you need a slightly easier sort of hike, or if you just want to stay in the car and just go for a nice smooth drive, those are areas to go for everybody, even if you're not super outdoorsy, to experience beautiful outdoors.
Wow. That really answered so many of our questions because I was gonna ask you about an unforgettable meal, those Michelin restaurants. So can you even give us one restaurant that you would take a friend to? Are you allowed to say one?
There we
We
go.
got to go. We're coming. We're
Okay.
coming right now. Getting in the car.
Get us a reservation for tonight there, Mickey. Okay.
That's what's so great about it. You just walk up, counter service, but it's really Ashley Shanti's love letter to the food that she grew up with, that old time fish stand restaurant.
Mm.
But it's also, she's also in the mountains, so she goes foraging some of her own ingredients.
That's
Some
great.
That is that kind
very farm to table.
Oh yeah, it doesn't get more local than that. So it's really fresh, really good. One of the things I love about Asheville is that food is so good, but it's not really fancy. You don't have to dress up or anything to go to any of these restaurants. One of my favorites is Thai Connie. That's an Indian restaurant, but it's Indian street food. So we're talking about a lot of bright, crispy, colorful dishes, fried kale and okra, chicken and lamb dishes. Very casual, but it's the type of place that you walk into and you have to take pictures of it because there's pink flower garlands hanging from the ceiling. It's like a Bollywood movie all around you, and they've got a really amazing lunchroom service. And then just the last place I'll mention is this really great pizza place called Soprana. It was also in the Michelin Guide, and it's actually on the rooftop of the Embassy Suites here in downtown. And it has some of the best mountain views that you can get in
Mm.
downtown. So you can sit down, have an amazing pizza, the steak right there in your stone oven, and catch a gorgeous sunset view over the mountains. Definitely recommend that.
Sounds wonderful. All right, so we talked about some food things here. All right, so we got to stay there a few nights. So where to stay? Are we're gonna if we're still planning that long weekend? What parts of Asheville would you recommend? Downtown, Biltmore, Rivers Arc districts, or maybe closer to the Blue Ridge Parkway? What do you think, Mickey?
Well, the great thing is there's really a lot of different options depending on what you decide. Some people want the full-out luxury experience. Definitely would recommend being on the Biltmore estate. These resorts that were built 1895. French chateau mansion that he built in Asheville. It's on 8,000 acres, so you can stay right there on the property or the house. Either way,
so unique. I want I want Doug to ask you this next question that has something to do about a sports event that is coming back. Okay, he just is mouthing to me something.
I'm
going
looking.
to
I'm
ask
looking
you.
at something else here. I am. And trust me. I'm also do golf, Mickey. So I know the PGA Tour's coming back to Asheville, and that's fantastic. And certainly we want to bring you guys back and talk about the golf aspect of the PGA Tour and what it means for the city, and that's fantastic. But here's one thing I want to talk about. Let people know if a hidden gem was stuff we always look for. So if you had one hidden gem or a local favorite that visitors often miss, what are you thinking, sir? Put you on the spot, Mickey. Mickey, these are all fantastic things. Certainly, we're up against the clock and we have to run, but we got to get you back. Trust me, we're both Asheville. Love the whole area up there. Like I said, have had family, but we want to thank you for sharing part of your day with us. We will certainly get you back. And why don't you give out the information again, how people can find out more about you? Oh boy, I like you. Okay, Mickey, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Have a great weekend. Nice, cool up there in Nashville. All right, appreciate it, buddy. All right, thanks a lot. All right, you are listening to Sweet Tea Travels every Friday, 12 to 1. Make sure you tell everybody about us. Doug and Judy will be right back. All right, welcome back to Sweet Tea Travels. Doug and Judy Hollandsworth, your host here every Friday from 12 to 1. We appreciate the station allowing us to do this. We got some exciting things coming up here in the next few weeks, so stay tuned for that. So if you're joining us today, we're just helping you squeeze in one last great road trip idea before Labor Day. Marks the unofficial end of summer, which I'm ready. Okay, we love summer. You know, I'm ready for the fall, cool weather. We started off in the Blue Ridge Mountains of Asheville.
And now we are trading those mountain views for the bright lights, the live music, my favorite kind of music, and the incredible food.
Here we go.
That's right. In one of America's most exciting cities. So whether you've never been or if you've been 10 times, there is always something new happening in Nashville.
All right, joining us now is Matt Bodiford. He is the Director of Public Relations for the Nashville Convention and Visitors Corporation. Visit Music City. Matt has lived in Nashville for 9 years, and prior to that, in tourism, Matt spent over 10 years working in professional sports. I like that. He probably played for the Chicago Bears or something. Traveling across North America to stay in touch with everything Music City and Nashville. Be sure to allow us follow at Visit Music City on social platforms or check visitmusiccity.com. Matt, thanks for appreciate your time today, and look forward to talking about Nashville.
Of course, thanks for having me. Unfortunately, I didn't quite make it to the Bears, but that's probably better.
Well, I thought I was going to give you a good push there, buddy. That sounds good. All right, let's jump right in here. So we got some questions we're going to kind of throw out, Hatch, in kind of short stuff because we want to get through a lot of this stuff. So if people is one of the biggest, Labor Day is one of the biggest travel weekends. We all know that. What makes Nashville such a great destination for a long weekend? And what makes Nashville different from other cities across the South, sir?
Well, Nashville truly is a place for everybody. There's just a multitude of things to do. I know you guys just had Mickey on from Nashville, a great human being. He had mentioned the Michelin Guide. If you're a foodie, Nashville was also on that Michelin Guide, American South with 21 restaurants. If you're bringing the family down to Nashville, there's so many family activities, museums, there's Nashville Zoo, and these restaurants.
Oh, yeah. All right, well, there's a good one. Segue then. So tell us a little bit beyond Broadway Street. What's happening going on out there?
We were just there, and I got my favorite T-shirt with one of the Hee Haw emblems on it. And I love it, and I wear it all the time.
Matt, that's all she wanted. This $75 T-shirt, buddy. I'm like, what?
Yep.
Yeah, she's finished. I don't have to buy her anything else after that Hee Haw T-shirt.
I think I'm going to send a picture of that to Chastity so she can post it on the site. So.
Oh, well, that's very nice. So appreciate it.
Matt, build us a 3-day itinerary. If someone was to come in Friday afternoon and needs to head home Monday, how do we need to spend the weekend?
Oh, absolutely. Well, I think for starters, let's try to beat the heat a little bit. Let's check out those museums. We'll start off with the Country Music Hall of Fame Museum, the National Museum of African American Music, Musicians Hall of Fame, another museum that celebrates our musicians in town. No trip to Nashville would be set without classic eatery. So I'd send you over to Arnold, Khalil Arnold and his family. They have been running his restaurant for over 40 years down in the Gulch, and it is the best pizzeria you'll ever find. And I'll die on that hill. And then, of course, we got to get you some live music. Again, like I mentioned earlier, Nashville sings for everybody. So whether you want to do the honky tonk down across the Western Shore, or you want to head over to Reed's Asheville over in the Gulch. I think in the evening you probably ought to head over to Green Hills to the iconic Bluebird Cafe.
Uh,
There's songwriting time. I think you've been there.
no, that was my question: is can you get me in?
Well, for you, I'll be Monday. Because I can tell how
Well,
thank, thank you.
And then for dinner, you've got so many great options. I absolutely recommend heading out to East Nashville. A little bit of different cuisine. Head over to Noka, Venetian wood fire restaurant that is absolutely spectacular. And then heading into Saturday, I would definitely recommend going over to Cold South. Do a brunch over at Buttermilk Ranch. Chef Alyssa, she is just absolutely spectacular. The wine is out the door, so make sure you get there early and spend the day down on Cold South and finish your evening, with an event or go down to the honky tonk. There's no cover charge. Some of the best music you'll hear, and the beautiful part about it is, there's honky tonks down on every corner, and it's four floors of live music, 365 days. I'm not embarrassed to tell you, I've spent Thanksgiving morning down on a honky tonk.
that's okay. That's where to be.
Business opens at 10:30 and they close at 3.
Oh wow, wow. Broadway Street is certainly a fantastic street. If anybody else, just walk up and down it, and you will get the
If you can.
full vibe. If you can, if you full vibe of Nashville and what it's meant to this country and Country Music Hall of Fame. So, all right. So we're gonna stay there. Okay. So let's talk a little bit about where's a good place to stay. Should visitors stay downtown, the Gulch, Midtown, East Nashville, another neighborhood? I've had an aunt and uncle lived up in Hendersonville. We've got family all over, or pretty much not anymore, but certainly came from that area. So tell us a little bit about where to stay.
Absolutely. Nashville is such an easy city to navigate where you can get across town in 10, 15 minutes and you're not so home for the rest of the week. But because of the cheap, incredible hotel options, whether you want to stay downtown, there's Omni, other options over in the Gulf, such as W and Thompson. Right now, our hotel scene has never been bigger as we prepare for these big events that are coming down the road, particularly with the announcement of Super Bowl for in 2030. So make no mistake, there is a place for everyone of that music.
All right, music is everywhere. One of my favorite things about Nashville is that music isn't confined to one street, which we talked about. So, something new maybe coming up in Nashville that visitors should definitely add to their itinerary this year. Uh,
I think I'd be remiss if I didn't mention Songteller Hotel. That's Dolly's new hotel. That seems to be the one that everybody is asking me every week when they're opening, and it sounds like we're getting really close here in the fall. So, the start of college football season plus Dolly's Hotel opening up. The one thing about Songteller, which is really unique, is that it's actually 7 attached to the hotel as well. So even if you're not staying
Sure, got to go there. Got to go there.
all the Dolly fans out there, if you can't get out to the Sayreville in Nashville, there still is an opportunity for you to get your run.
Hey, Matt, we got a lot of information here. If you don't mind hanging with us while we go through this break, and so we can talk a little bit more about Nashville, is that okay? We got to stay a few more minutes with us. All right, we're going to take a short break here. It's 12:30 on Sweet Tea Travels here at WMOQ FM 92.3. All right, welcome back to Sweet Tea Travels. Judy and Doug Hollandsworth, your co-hosts here. And we're talking to Matt Bodiford, who is the public relations head guy there at Nashville, Tennessee. Visit musiccity.com. All right, I think Judy's going to talk to you a little bit and ask you some questions here about some family stuff here.
Yeah, Matt, I know you were talking about how family-friendly Nashville is. I would love to hear where should I take my kids and grandkids if I'm coming to Nashville for the weekend?
Oh, absolutely. Well, for starters, the Nashville Zoo is absolutely incredible. Very family friendly. They actually have a kangaroo exhibit. I don't know if you've been where you can actually walk through it. Inside, they have a little path, and if they're on the path, you can pet them. It is
Huh.
fun to see.
Wow.
I would also highly recommend the Fritz Art Museum. An absolutely sensational rotating collection. And the biggest thing for families is that kids 18 and under every day are admitted free inside of the Fritz Art Museum.
Nice. Yeah.
Have an entire kids gallery upstairs called Art Quest, lots of activities. And then, depending on how many kiddos you're bringing to town, the Tennessee State Museum, Nashville being the state capital of Tennessee, the Tennessee State Museum is free for every one of all of you. Come on down and check that out. And, if you're coming during the summer, and particularly Labor Day, the Nashville Sounds, our AAA team, baseball team here in Nashville, the affiliate of the Milwaukee Brewers, an absolutely spectacular time for the kiddos. So much interaction. They really do put on an amazing product.
Oh, that sounds really fun.
Hey, Matt, let's finish up with this. You got Labor Day events coming up that people might want to say, hey, yeah, I definitely want to be a part of that and head up to the great state of Tennessee and catch some of that action.
Absolutely. We had touched a little bit on, the sporting aspect, but, we put on an event here in Nashville called Musicians Corner. It's Nashville's free outdoor concert series that's in Centennial Park. It has
There you go. There you go.
And can I expect about 70 degrees with cool breeze
Yeah,
coming
cool
through?
breeze coming. Yeah, got to have the breeze.
You got it.
Yeah. Perfect. That's,
Matt, tell us how to get in touch with you.
Or follow our social channels. Our social team is hard at work. They are on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all at Visit Music City, posting the most up-to-date content about what you're looking for, and you can actually plan your itinerary by going to our website. We have several different pages on everything that we had just spoken about. So, and worst case, if you really need some suggestions, you can email me, Matt at Visit Music City. I'd be happy to come.
Thank you, Matt. Appreciate your time there. Matt Bodiford, he is the public relations manager there in beautiful Nashville, Tennessee. It is a gorgeous city. Love it. Been there a million times and still want to go back. Can't wait to go back. So thanks, Matt. Appreciate your time today.
Thank you, Matt.
You too, sir. All right. Well, we can't do Labor Day without thinking about one last beach trip. Does that sound like a good place to go, Miss Judy?
You know I love the beach, and we have not made it to the beach yet this summer, so that might be our pick. But what beach were you thinking about?
Well, it's certainly a beautiful beach. We've been there before. Hilton Head Island is the one that I would love to go back to and enjoy, and certainly the surrounding areas there. So we can talk about some of the surrounding areas there, but let's, as our listeners, there's a South Carolina island that's pretty close. You know, it's not far from Savannah. Once you're there, you feel like you've gotten away from everything. So Hilton Head is interesting because it's your typical beach town. You don't go there for neon signs, and music rides, or boardwalk packed with attractions. You go there for beaches, live oaks, bicycles, golf, seafood, beautiful resorts, and a little slower pace. So it's only about 12 miles long, but people probably don't realize 5 miles wide, but it has 12 miles of beach, extensive bike and leisure path. Like I mentioned, great golf, Magullah culture, and plenty of places to simply do nothing.
That's exactly what this show is all about, kind of that slower pace. And that might be exactly what some of us need over Labor Day weekend, a slower pace and one last beach trip. So as we head to Hilton Head for this segment, we're going to get back to a little bit of some of our trivia, all right? So I have the first trivia question about Hilton Head. So Doug, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Hilton Head Island is named after, and you have 4 choices. A famous hotelier, B, an English sea captain, C, a South Carolina governor, or D, a pirate. What do you think?
All right, if I'm answering anything with a pirate in it, it has to be the correct answer. What?
Nope.
Excuse me?
Nope.
Well, we're going to change that, okay? Hilton Head was named after a pirate. Next.
Well, you can keep thinking that, but that does not mean you're right. So the correct answer for all of you is B. Hilton Head was actually named after an English sea captain, which is Captain William Hilton, who explored the area in 1663, and Hilton Head ultimately took its name from him.
All right, so let's continue.
You learned something.
I did. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
It was all about a pirate. I got you. And it wasn't Baron Hilton?
Let's keep going.
Okay, whatever. All right, so why Hilton Head? All right, so we've got Myrtle Beach further up the South Carolina coast. We got Tybee. We got the great Georgia coast. All right, so why Hilton Head?
Well, that is a great question. And Myrtle, Tybee, the beautiful Georgia coast are great choices. But we are suggesting Hilton Head today based on the type of vacation that you want. So if you want lots of entertainment and attractions and miniature golf and show classic busy beach town atmosphere, that's Myrtle Beach. Hilton Head is different. It's a little bit more understated. Again, you mentioned those huge live oaks, landscaping that hides the businesses from the road, miles of pathways, golf courses, and resort communities. Hilton Head was actually an early leader in environmentally sensitive resort planning. So for me, Hilton Head is the place I would choose if I wanted a beach vacation to feel like an escape rather than an activity list. And right now, and especially at my age, I want to slow down a little bit. So
Well, we got to talk about the age thing coming
Let's
up
keep
later.
going.
Okay, Chastity, don't let me forget the age thing. All right, there's also plenty to do there.
that's right. But we're going to golf, bike, you can kayak. One of my favorites, you can dolphin watch. Another favorite, you can shop. You can visit Harbor Town. You can explore the island's history, but you don't have to. And that's the difference.
Just take your time and sit by the ocean, which I know that's what we like to do there.
That's right.
First visit, if it's your first visit, okay, well, it's not ours, but I would recommend going to Colony Beach Park. All right, it's convenient. There's public beach access, restroom, changing stations, showers, and you're near their beautiful plaza for restaurants and shopping. But if you want something that feels a little quieter, look at Foley Field Beach Park or Dresden Beach Park. Those are Foley Field Beach Park or Dresden Beach Park. And there's something people don't always understand is Hilton Head's beach itself is public up to high water mark, and there's no sharks. So we know that's great. Not even an access point there in public. So the town maintains several public beach access locations. So don't just see the ocean, assume you can park anywhere and walk though.
Exactly. So if it's your first visit, go to Colony Beach Park. That's the one that we're suggesting.
Okay.
So Doug, where are we going to stay? What do you think?
Well, there's quite a few places there. We've stayed in a couple of places. So
We've got this giant hotel list, and we would like to give you some suggestions on where you should stay. So Hilton Head, here's our list. If you're looking for a classic Hilton Head experience, you've got the Sea Pines Resort. That's in Harbor Town. There's golf. It's got some great villas and some great vacation homes, and that's all within the iconic Sea Pines setting. If you want a traditional oceanfront resort vacation, you've got choices including the Westin Hilton Head Island and the Omni Hilton Head Oceanfront Resort. And those are full-service properties. But if you'd rather have more room, especially if you've got children or grandchildren, Hilton Head has a huge selection of villas and vacation homes.
Hey, did you know, going back to Sea Pines Resort, Harbor Town, a lot of our listeners might understand this, that this is the home to the PGA Tour the week right after the Masters. And so that makes it very simple. They go from Augusta right down to Hilton Head, and the guys absolutely love it. You get a lot of pros playing in this wonderful event.
Oh, that's great. That's a great tidbit of information. And then back to Labor Day. Check the individual resort websites for last-minute packages. Don't assume that everything's sold out. I've been talking to a lot of people about their travel plans for Labor Day, and a lot of people aren't going anywhere. So check it out. All right, it's now time for our next trivia question. Are you ready?
Is it about a pirate?
No.
Okay.
I'll try that next time. This is about something else on your list, though, a lighthouse. So there's the famous red and white striped Harbor Town Lighthouse, okay? Is it A, more than 200 years old? B, is it a Civil War lighthouse? C, was it built as part of the development of Sea Pines? Or D, was it originally located in Savannah? And no, nothing about a pirate.
Okay, no pirates on this one, but I'm going to say based on lighthouses, it's got to be more than 200 years old, right?
No,
Okay, I'm
no.
right again. Thank you very much. Let's go right on to the next question.
This answer actually surprised me. C, it was part of the development of Sea Pines. I was totally surprised. The Harbortown Lighthouse isn't an old working lighthouse from the 1800s. Developer Charles Fraser had it built as part of his vision for Sea Pines. It was completed around 1970, and it became the island's iconic landmark. So, if you want to get to the top, it's 114 steps.
Oh, we can do that. That's no problem. But I'll meet you at the bottom.
Well, I'm going to be wherever they're selling ice cream.
All right. Well, we're going to jump right into there. We're going to take a short break here and get back and finish talking about Hilton Head and a couple of things that we got coming up this weekend, some things to do around Monroe area. So you're listening to WMOQ FM True Country, Q92.3. All right, welcome back to Sweet Tea Travels every Friday from 12 to 1. Judy and Doug Hollandsworth, your host here. We appreciate you being part of the WMOQ family. All right, we've been talking about Asheville and Nashville, and we've pushed it over to South Carolina now. We're talking a little bit about your Labor Day, last few day vacation you might be thinking about doing. So we're in the middle of Hilton Head Island. So let's talk a little bit about what's the most important part of the whole trip. Where are we eating?
And do we not ask that every day? What do you want for dinner?
We want dinner.
So now we are planning that for you so you don't have to ask each other. We are going to tell you where to eat. So now we are at the beach, and I'm looking for seafood, and preferably somewhere with a view. So if you're at Hilton Head, Skull Creek Boathouse is a great choice for waterfront dining and sunset views. They've got seafood and sushi and oysters and plenty for the person who doesn't want seafood. I know people don't like seafood, so Skull Creek Boathouse is a great choice. And that's a great place for local experience. The Sea Shack is nothing fancy. It's a longtime local spot that's been around since 1998. They're serving made-to-order seafood.
That's usually where you find some of the best seafood. Certainly, we've been to quite a few of those places and been to many places like that across the country. But this place doesn't look that fancy from the outside, so I'd certainly try it. It's a good place.
Here's a couple of other places, restaurants like Shelter Cove and Harbor Town, and the Hilton Head experience to me is just sitting outside and ordering seafood and watching the boats come in. So that's what I love.
All right, you going to do another trivia question?
One more. You think you can get this one right?
Man, you know, we went back to that Skull Creek. That has something to do with pirates.
One
All
more.
right, one more trivia question.
Here we go.
All right.
This 50-50. True or false? Hilton Head Island is home to the site of the first self-governed freedmen's town in America.
That'd be false because I think it's a fake question.
What makes you think it's a fake question?
Well, just the whole long,
It was too long for you.
First self-governed freedmen's town.
It's a free town and it's self-governed.
Okay, well,
It's true.
True.
That town is the historic Mitchellville Freedom Park, and it preserves the story of Mitchellville, where formerly enslaved people created a self-governed community during the Civil War era. That's another reason I think Hilton Head is more interesting than people realize. There's a significant Gula history and culture that goes back generations. So if the weather isn't perfect one afternoon, or you've simply just had enough sun, there's actually some history to explore.
All right, we leave Georgia Friday morning, let's say. Okay, give me your Hilton Head weekend, Miss Judy.
That is easy. So Friday, you're going to get there, you're going to check in. As we always say, do not overplan. Go to the beach, have a seafood dinner, watch the sunset. On Saturday, I want you to get up, go to the beach, walk the beach, or sit if you like. And then I would explore Harbor Town. Go see that lighthouse. Maybe shop a little and have dinner somewhere on the water. On Sunday, slow everything down. Maybe take a bike ride. Bike the island in the morning. Spend some more time at the beach and perhaps visit the Coastal Discovery Museum or learn more about that history that we were talking about. And then Sunday evening, get one more really good low country dinner.
I'm loving that. So you got quite a few things to do from this Labor Day entourage that we have shown you here. So before we wrap it up and go to Judy's picks here, let's talk just quickly again. Asheville, you get up one morning, enjoy a sunrise along the Blue Ridge Parkway before breakfast. It's a peaceful way to experience the mountains. It's also got to be careful driving around the Blue Ridge Parkway. In Nashville, take time to wander beyond Broadway. Some of the best music you'll hear in smaller listening rooms and songwriters' venues. Just walk up and down Broadway Street. You'll love Nashville. You'll fall in love there. So, Hilton Head, wake up before sunrise one morning, grab a cup of Java, enjoy the beach while it's quiet. Those are the moments you remember long after your vacation ends. Love walking on the beach. Doesn't really matter where it's at. So, all right, Judy, you're going to give us your Judy's tip, and we're going to talk about what your favorite thing of these three places were. You got a favorite? No favorite? I'm going to think about my favorite thing. I'm into Asheville. Absolutely Asheville. We didn't talk much about the Biltmore House, Grove Park Inn, and so many things to do there in Asheville. So I'm excited about going back this fall. Hopefully we can do it.
I do have a favorite, but my favorite really isn't on the list. My favorite is a little bonus extra. If you're going to go to Nashville, I think you got to take a little short drive and stay in Franklin for a night. And I know we really didn't mention that, but
No.
It's not that far away, and that's my bonus extra from Judy's pick today. Stay in Franklin and then go back up to Nashville.
Actually, last time we were there, we stayed in Franklin, and we went to Drove up to Nashville a couple of days, and that was a lot of fun. Stayed downtown Franklin, Tennessee. Beautiful shopping downtown Franklin. My father and grandparents lived there, and it was exciting to continue to go back there. All right, we're going to wrap it up here, talk about a few things here, and appreciate some stuff that's going on around the city here. We got a couple of special things that we want to talk about. Judy, you have something you got?
I do. We've got a local event going on tonight here at the Monroe Town Green. Don't forget about the First Friday concerts. We've got I'm going to do my very best, the Kitchafoonie Cowboys. They're bringing their country sound to downtown Monroe tonight. The concert is going to start at 8 p.m., but you know they are going to have an opener. So don't forget that Friday night concert. It's proudly brought to you by the Eulalie Group. Bring your chairs, bring your food. You know there's going to be food trucks set up tonight, and just enjoy a good time. The street closures are going to begin at 5 for all the festivities and the music to get underway. General lawn seating is available. You know that is free, but if you have already reserved your 8-person table, go ahead, get that set up. But I think when I did pull this listing, there were still some available. I do not know right now at 1 o'clock on Friday if there are.
There's breaking news. Breaking news from Sweet Tea Travels. Breaking news. No, there are no more. All the tables are sold out. All the tables are sold out tonight. So there we go. So that's breaking news, just like you see on CNN or Fox or. So it is a lot of fun.
But we love the Friday night concerts, and we're so thrilled to have those in Monroe. Monroe's done a great job with some of the events that we have.
All right. Well, we got a couple of things we want to mention, too, here. We got some things going on here with we're trying to raise some music for charity here, Let the Children Play, raising funds for a special needs playground. We got to get more involved with this. This is fantastic. Chastity, you got a website or something people can go to find out more information about this?
Absolutely. So just visit handsofhopewalton.org. You'll find out tons of information.
Handsofhopewalton.com. Okay. Org. My apologies. So that is going to be in September 26th. So we're going to continue to try to talk about it. They certainly need their help all the time. We don't need to wait till September 26th to help these people, but it's going to be a lot of fun for kids and adults and things like that. So we want to appreciate that. Hey, one last mention here before we go to break is somebody is having a special day on Monday, so we want to thank her for being a part of Sweet Tea Travels. We're never supposed to think of age. So 35 looks really good, Judy. I appreciate you.
I think so, too.
35. There you go.
We want to thank Matt with visitmusiccity.com and Mickey with exploreashville.com for being with us today. And if you enjoyed today's show, be sure to tell your friends about Sweet Tea Travels. Join us again next week as we continue discovering destinations and telling stories that are worth the trip. Have a wonderful week. We'll see you next time on WMOQ Real Talk, True Country, 92.3 FM.